right. Should be flipping over. And we are live. Hello, skewers. Welcome back to another RSG lunch stream. I am your host, of course, with the most, Ranger J 1999, bringing you another quality entertainment, or semi-quality, whatever Finn's calling this nonsense. But welcome to our lunch stream. This is where we hang out with you folks and bring you something fun to listen to during the workday, whether you're just waking up, whether you're at lunch, whether you're getting ready to head home from work, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to our live stream, whether you're listening to us live or later on. Doesn't matter. Grab whatever you want to snack on, eat, grab your drinks. Let's sit back, have some fun. And this is what we do. We'll bring you something fun to listen to as we talk shop about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. We'll do our normal nonsense. We've got a Ross review. I will suffer through mod depression. It's what I do. And then we'll get your questions. If you have questions, all you need to do is pop those into the chat. Make sure that you put question in front of your statement, and we will. But if you don't put question for your statement, I use Nightbot. I will not scoop it up, and then you will get nothing. Nothing. You get nothing. Good day, sir. Goodbye. That's the way it works. Glad to see you guys here. Everybody, whip out your pickles. It is a hump day. It's time to get this action going. Whip out your pickles out there. Let's get some pickle hype going on in the chat. Make sure you say hi in chat. I will read off all the names and say hi to everybody here in a moment. Let me introduce my co-host. We've got the one and only Grim the Mechanic is joining us like he always does on every RSG lunch stream. What's going on, Grim?
Nothing much. How's it going, guys?
We've got a soiree of a bevy of folks in the chat right now. So make sure you say hi. Let's get this thing started. Let's kick this pig into gear. A couple other things. Tonight we'll be having our weekly Wednesday night stream, the longest running live stream in the community. I'm going to have my boy on, Mandalore. He's coming by to hang out with us. So we'll have Mandy hanging out with us. Always a lot of fun. Another MC Mall buddy of mine, and always good fun. It hasn't been a while since we've had a guest on, and I'm going to look to do a little bit more of that. So we'll have Mandy on tonight, so that'll be a lot of fun. Make sure you give us a thumbs up if you're watching this right now. Just stop what you're doing. Give us a thumbs up. It helps with the monetization and with the algorithm, get our content out there more. Subscribe if you haven't already. That always helps. That's a big help to the channel as well. In the center, you can see Vader's Cup of Plenty. Lord Vader cup needs to run over. So if you'd like to fill it up either through being a subscriber on Twitch and donating bits or super chat, you can do that. We have fun little things that fall from the air into the cup for each kind of donation. But if you donate $20 and 1 cent or more, of course, you get the pickle extravaganza where we all whip out our pickles, play with our pickles. The pickle drop it to the cup. Usually shoot the contents of the cup everywhere. And then we also have the wheel of commercials. So if you would like to donate and then have us spin the wheel, you can, or you can just pick a commercial and we will run with it. If we get a total, either a total amount of donations equal $20, we'll spin the wheel. If we get somebody that donates $20 and 1 cent or more, we will give them the option to pick a commercial or spin the wheel, and that's how it works. So I think that kind of covers everything from the housekeeping side. We'll get into all the other stuff later. That being said, let's rock and roll. We've got a lot to get to. It's going to be a busy day. So let's see who's all out there in TV land. Say hi to all the boys and girls. We got Revinator here with the wave. Rooster says hump day. Glad to have you there with the camels and the emojis. Revinator says, what's on the agenda for hump day? Well, I'll leave that. Yeah, I'll let you decide on what you want to do. Oh, wait, I heard another voice.
Pickles.
Oh, it's a lovely Ouchie Dumpling. A lovely Ouchie girl has made an appearance.
Hi, Ouchie.
Ouchie, what's going on? You know, it's a rare occurrence in the wild. The Ouchie usually keeps to herself. But at this rare occasion, we've caught her live on RSG. Let's see what happens. What's going on, Ouchie?
Nothing.
Just chilling?
Yeah. The kiddo's usual afternoon appointment was canceled, so I decided to leave him at school for an hour longer today, which he won't be happy about, but at least I get to hang out here for a while. That's
right. So whip out your pickles for Ouchie Girl. She's in here joining us today. So let's see who else is out there in TV land. We've got Utis says happy hump skewers from Skewer Pickle Land. Hope the day is treating you well and the same to you. Brier's Aegon says hello. I got booted from my guild for disclosing our secret basilisk counter to GG team. Well, Brieres, you can't do that. Oh, goodness. Slapmeat Head says, hey, folks. Foreigner says, hello there. Hello there, Foreigner. Matthew, 1908, says, good evening, everyone. Hump day already again. Time's a flying. It sure is, my friend. Rosin972 says, what's up, Skewers? What's up, Rosin972? Dr. Feelgood's here. He's the one that makes you feel all right. He says, hope everyone is having a happy hump day. He's got the pickle hype going on in the chat. Contingent33 says, hello, everyone. Same thing with Darth Vader 7. He says, hello. Let's see. He says, if anyone cares, there are scans of the Target Black Friday ad. Okay. Matt Bailey with his wonderful greeting he always gives us. He says, gracious good morning, gentlemen, and to you, my friend. Trace from the Dark Lord says, howdy, howdy. Spider says, good morning. Teals, our man Teals, is there with the pickle hype. Oh, lordy, there's Teals. Danilo Papaya says, hello and pickle hump day. Glad to have you here, DP. The lovely Maz Kanada's here. She's already doing the pickle hype. Hi, Maz. Hi, hey. Hi, Maz. He says, I'm in Arkansas today. LOL. Oh, that's right. You're on your way to Savannah, Georgia. So, Ouchie does say hi to everybody in the chat. Says, hola, lunchers. Who question mark says, morning skewers. Dr. Feelgood says, a bevy, would you might say a plethora? I would say a plethora. Teals is having problems spelling Tennessee. Okay. Proper Catch says, howdy, y'all. I got my pickle out and ready to humpty hump. He's got his pickle and his camel going on in the chat. Herbert Fulger says, what day is it, Mike? Mike. Nobunaga says, aloha, kakahayaka. I'm not sure. I don't speak other languages, so I just butchered that completely.
Meha?
No. It's Kakahayaka. Kakahayaka. I have no idea. JTB Jettrainer Bogus says, Ranger, if you were to be kicked out of the guild, what would be the reason? Excessive drug sniffing glue would be the reason, yeah. Let's see.
But that sounds like a fun guild to be in.
I mean, yeah.
Especially like the big, fat, black permanent markers.
Yeah.
Those smell really good.
Yeah. Yuta says, don't make any sudden movements to scare the ouchie. No, that doesn't scare ouchie. Matthew 1908 says, you always have to prioritize. Good choice. That's true. Who else we got in chat? Let's see. Matt Lee, he didn't know you were going to be here, ouchie, so he changed his greeting to say, gracious good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So there you go.
Thank you.
Jason Krulik says, hello, everyone. What else? 73 says, arugula. It's a vegetable. I haven't had it in months. Well, we now know the dietary plan of White L 73. Jason BM says, Tennessee here as well, Tills. Moss Mikey says, good morning. Did I miss anybody? JC, she updated, skipped a bunch of stuff. Jason BM says, hope you're feeling better today, ouchie. Yeah,
Thank you. I am. I had a nap.
Yep, she had a nap. That's all she needs. So that's all ouchie really needs. That and the Snickers bar.
Nope, can't have those.
You can't have Snickers bars?
Nope, no carbs.
What do you partake in for the
bacon?
Bacon? Okay, well, there you go. Bacon it is. So, all right. So get your questions in.
That is an awesome alternative.
Yeah,
it is. It really is.
Hey, Steve Nichols, I see your question. We'll get to those in a little bit. Ray Rocks here says, good hump day, skewers. Hump day. All right. If I see your name, I'll try to shout you out as best I can. Sometimes I catch you, sometimes I don't. Moving forward. But if I don't, just keep showing up to the streams. I'll get to you eventually. All right. Enough messing around. Let's go suffer through some mod depression. Why not? It's what we do here. You guys are here to see me sad. Because what Ranger does is he goes in here like an idiot and tries to roll mods, and it just it doesn't go well. And so let's just not even mess around. I've got a purple mod that's 14 that I need to slice. See if I can get to 20. Yeah, ouch, don't get your hopes up. I mean, let's just let's be real.
Promising, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, Jason says hookers and blow rangers. That would be wide. No, it would be the glue. Yeah. Danil Papaya says, I just imagine a refrigerator full of bacon for Ouchie. All right, so we're going to slice this mod. El Sliso mod por favor. And let me get the materials. Okay, so we have the materials that we need to go after said mod. So, yeah, it's got 14 speed. Maybe we get lucky.
You can do it, Ranger.
Sure. Let's go with that. All right, here we go. We're going to roll them on. Let's see what happens. And no. Denied again. Protection. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. Depression. Oh, Lordy. God. Oh, Nev Sears says, hello, Governor. Well, you're just in time, Nev, to see me get my ass kicked again by another mod. So that's always lovely.
Ooh, Finn's here.
Wait.
In the chat. He wants to
Why
know.
is he here? He said, Finn, you're a lying piece of filth. You said you were not going to be doing streams the rest of the week because you were going to be really working on some content and stuff like that. You beat in the chat means you're not working on the content. That means you're dicking around, Finn. You lied to me again. Ouchie, I need you to go kill Finn.
Okay. Maybe he's asking for lunch suggestions, so maybe we should recommend something that's
how about carbonic acid?
Ooh.
And bacon.
Or you could be like completely and utterly evil. Finn, you must eat a Big Mac.
No, I wouldn't. No, we don't do that. No, that's mean. That's mean. Even for me, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. So, hey, Shadowville, our H-Town brother. He says he's bored. He's in a meeting.
He had Chick-fil-A on a Pizza Hut pizza.
How did y'all talk him into that? You never know. You never. I don't want to know. Maxley says shawarma. I guess we get some shawarma.
Shawarma? Oh no.
But yes, we have been denied again in our quest for better mods. It's just yeah, it's not going.
Hey, but
not going
that's
good.
a good amount of protection there.
Yeah, I'll go with that on a speed mod. That's really important for me.
You could use it. It's not awful.
I mean, I could not use it too. So I mean, I can, you know. Oh, crikey. All right, so let me just check the stores real quick. Okay. Yeah, sure, we'll get another. Why not? I'm depressed.
Finn, you want dumplings for lunch.
You can't find the soup dumplings.
Well, find replacement dumplings.
Well, if it's not the soup dumplings, it's just not the same for Finn. He's a strange little guy. All right, I'm just checking stores real quick, and then we will get to our roster review, and then we'll rock and roll. And then you guys can. I'll show you guys real quick. I am still working on what I've been working on. You can see I've got 2 more pieces to get on 5s. I've got the Gear 12 Plus piece, which I'll have. I mean, I need to get some more cryotechs, and then I'll finish these guys off, the injector cells. We are in TB, so that's been good. I still need 13 more of these Nubian tech.
We got lots of that.
So I'll need that, and then so I'll do 5s, get him relic, get Rex relic. Also, I'm going to take Finn to 12, just because I can. I am going to work on Watt. Rose is just being farmed, so you can see all the stuff that I'm working on right now. Just mainly Gear 12 and 1 farm. So I did get the Hyena Bomber to 5 stars, so I'm done with that. I'm not taking it up any further. $2 donation from the 4th Okage. He says, Finn, can you do the Patreon shoutouts as Kermit today? Oh, Lord. Thank you for the donation, Finn. Nev said, homemade curry. My curries are awesome and very spicy. You know, Nev, we haven't had Nev on in a while. Let me get him the link. He can hang out too. Let me, let's see. I have to go here. Then I have to hit invite. Okay. Oh, and I have to open up the damn Discord because I turned off the Discord because I don't really need to see Discord, but I'll open it up.
I'm a fan of curry.
Oh. Okay, let me find Nev, stupidos. Let's see. N-E-V. Nev. There we go. I sent him the Zoom so he can come join us. And then...
Ooh.
Wait, what is my guild saying? Is it time to deploy? It is time to deploy. Wait, I must go deploy. Hold on, we got to go to TB and deploy. Second here. Let's turn this off. And then we'll get to the roster review, because that'll make me feel better after getting my ass kicked once again with mod depression. Alright, let me go. Oh, it's already 6 stars. Damn it, I missed. Oh,
Aww.
well. Wah, wah. It's over. It's over. Alright. Well, we've done all we can.
And you did your special mission?
Yes, I did do my special mission. So, I went in with my Darth Revan team and made sure I got the full banners. I'm going to be doing that this entire GOTB. So, it's crazy. I went back in with the GOs just because I was feeling, I was just like, oh, why not? So I went and did the, where it would have been the GOs and did the mission with the GOs. That one, beat it.
Yeah, because you don't have to have stupid Poggle lead.
Yeah, so.
Somebody put up a post on Reddit that specifically is asking for, when they put the restrictions back in, could they please take off Poggle lead?
So poopy. So, all right, let's get into our roster review. We do these every day, and we'll tell you guys here in a little bit how you can get a roster review. But let me pull that up here, and let's go here, and then we'll go here, and then wait, let me see. And we need to get this up, and there we go. We've got the roster review up, and we'll go full screen. There we go, full screen. There we go, perfect. And today we are doing AZN, and his name here is Barbarian611. Shout out to your guild, Mojo Mutineers. Glad to have you guys. Shout out to you guys. So, let's see. He wrote the Gettysburg of Addresses here, Ouchie, so bear with me. This would be a good time for Ouchie story time, but yeah. It says, hi, RSG fam. Thank you for looking at my roster. I have several questions to ask, but first I'd like to shout out my guild, Mojo Mutineers, the bestest, nicest guild in the world. My roster would not be where it is without them. So there you go, another shout out for your guild. Very nice. Side note, I have several characters not activated upgrading terms of shard, and I have listed those characters down below. Not all characters listed, but rather characters I feel like are important. The main reason I don't want to activate them is because I don't want excessive fluff GP. This also helps me stay focused. If it's Rangers reading this, please take a shot with my farming and roster building. If they aren't mentioned, you can assume they're at whatever is listed in GG or 0 shards. If you have any questions, definitely feel free to ask in chat. So I've been playing for about 14 months, and I have not spent a penny in this game. My roster building method was fairly simple. Pick a legendary, chase it, hoard resources outside of the bare minimum needed to unlock the legendary events. Gear 12 any teams that I farm up along the way with hoarded gear deemed them to be good, solid team, with a few exceptions. I started with Phoenix, then went Empire, and then CLS, and then Battle of the Jedi, and so on and so forth. However, relics have really changed this game. My grain arenas have been filled with rosters with relics, so I'm wondering if my approach of looking to Gear 12 teams is still viable or not. At this moment, I just recently unlocked Malik during the 12 hours the event was up. I am now looking towards the Padme event. I was hoarding to Gear 13 and Relic Grievous, and I have 4 metallic separatist bodies with Grievous to complete the event. Hopefully I'll be able to complete the event. Okay, so there. So first question, should my overall roster building method of Gear 12 many 5 teams be changed? I find it difficult to go past rank 15 Squad Arena, and my JC performance has been kind of up and down. So that's basically what it's talking about. Which characters finish should I be looking to Gear 13 or Relic? Question 3, who or what faction should I be looking to gear up after Separatist Droid Team? Okay. Could you go over to characters that should be getting tenacity mods? Overall, next couple of farms I should be looking for. And what is the deal with Gear 12 right side pieces? I make top 10 heroic Sith, and yet I feel like I have particularly no right side pieces. Right. You're going to get those from the territory battles. The other components will come from the Sith raid, but I can answer that one right off the bat. So unless you farm it, the only place you get it from, as far as I know, is from the rewards from TB. Although they are increasing the loot boxes, so who knows? I haven't seen anything yet, so... me. So, alright. Let's get into this roster then. So the first thing is about relics. So yeah, your plan for initially getting your characters to 12 is a solid plan. However, relics have changed the game. So you still want to take a team to 12, but there's certain characters you want to take to at least get them start relic. You need to be very careful about who you relic, because they can come back and bite you in the ass if you go crazy with it. So let's talk about your arena team. Your Darth Revan, your Basti, your Darth Malik, and all these characters, right? So you're doing all right in arena, but you're struggling a little bit. First of all, let's check your speed on your team. 305, which is solid. Still need to work on our speed mods. We can get 1, 2. Definitely take that speed arrow to 6E. It'll give you 2 more speed. So 2, 3, 4. That's 4 more speed. And then if you get the right side pieces done, you've already got 2 of them. So another one will get you another with a speed set 10. So that'll put you around 320, 320-ish right there. But for me, this is how I look at relics. It's not like you need to relic a whole team. You need to start off by relicking certain characters in those teams to make them really nasty, right? What do I mean by that? So your arena team, Bastila and Malik on your team. You can't deal with Malik yet because he's not quite there. Where's he's? You just unlocked him. Looks like, yeah, you just said that. So he's 6 stars. You're getting him on the 7. And once you take him to 7, I would definitely take him to relic. Darth Malik is one of the better relics in the game. It's just nasty. You've got to mod it correctly. You have a speed set, but there's a lot of protection bases on there, which is what I like to see. So he's totally fine with how you've got him modded. I'm not seeing any issues with how you're modding characters at the moment. But your arena team needs to be relicked for certain characters. I did my Darth Revan, my Bastila, my Malik, and my Marauder. I didn't do HK. I'm not using him on there, but even when I'm using him JC, he doesn't need relic because he still will destroy people at gear 12. So not one I took up, but and they're all relic 1 to 4. I haven't gone crazy with the relics past 4. But if you can get them relicked, certain characters like that. So for you do Basti, Revan, and Malik would be fine. You don't have to worry about the others for right now. But then you start looking at other teams, right? Before we do that, I want to see where your speed on your Basti is. Newer count, 1.9 million GP, so I'm not expecting like your speed to be off the chain. Yeah, it's 279. Don't have any of the right side pieces, so she's a little slow, but I'll put her at 2. So she's 279, 285, 291, 301 once you get all said and done. And get a couple more speeds, so she'll be in the 300s when she all said and done. But one, you get the speed for the characters, which is super important for Revan and Bastila. You get that extra health and protection for Malik, which makes him just more of a pain in the ass to try to take down. So yeah, relicking your arena team for certain characters is always important. Now let's get into your roster and what you need to work on. So where do we go from here? I think you're getting the legendary tunes, perfect way to go. You have Jedi Knight Revan, you have Darth Revan. We're working toward Padme, so for the GR team. So let's look at your Separatists first. I already see that you have a Grievous that is relic, so you don't need to do anything else. A Grievous relic will get you the Padme at 7 stars. Let me make sure I didn't see Padme. Let me go to your GR team real quick. No, she's not unlocked. Okay, so I like your plan for getting Padme. You've got B1, B2, you've got Separatists. I would continue working on the Separatists. You don't have Padme unlocked. Let's not even go to delve into doing anything for GR yet until we can get your Separatists in a pretty good spot. You want to start farming Geo Brood Alpha. Start working on the Geos. You can get those in some of the stores and other places. But continue getting your B1 up. Let me see if there's any on that list that for his Geos. Yeah, he's got some that he's getting close to unlock. Sunfax 330 out of 330. But yeah, Geo Brood Alpha is the one you haven't touched yet. So let's start working on him as your Cantina farm. Because I think your B2's done. He is. Magnagar 7 stars. That's good. Continue to be 1 farm. Asajj, yeah. So let's get the geos done. Keep working on Asajj as your farm. B1. B1 is a ship hard node that's going to suck ass, but you gotta do her. You gotta get her done. Look here. Nev, you've been here the whole time. You haven't said a damn word.
That's because you were talking and I didn't want to interrupt you.
Well, welcome,
See,
Nev.
he's polite.
Yeah.
He's polite.
He's not polite.
You know,
he's
English gentleman and all. You know.
He's bullshit. He's. I know Nev, and Nev's can be a wanker.
Oh yes. Sometimes I can be a wanker.
A bloody
an arsehole.
wanker.
But I only behave like that. I'm not an actual wanker an actual arsehole.
No.
Everybody can behave like a wanker and an arsehole.
Well, it could be worse. You could be a plonker.
Oh God, yeah, no. No. Screw you, Finn. I am never, ever, ever a plonker.
Yes. That's English for our American audience who have no idea what the hell they're talking about. So if we start hearing them say certain terms, you have no idea what it is. That's right. Neither do we. So what's new, Nev? What's going on?
Oh, nothing much really. Just ticking along with the new content. Although I'm definitely going to have to change I'm changing my time today because getting up at like stupid o'clock in the morning to record content is really screwing up my body clock, and I keep on missing getting up, and the clocks went back. So
Yes.
getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to record content, it's just a little bit too much. So I'm going to change my payout time to an evening time and record all my content in the evening because it'd be so much easier.
Yes. All right, so we're continuing on with this roster review. If you have anything you see, you notice there, Nev, speak up, say anything you like. So you've got Grievous. We're going to get Padme. That's not going to be a problem. We need to start thinking gas long term too. So as you said, you're chasing legendaries. You've got Revan. You got Malak. You need to gear them first. Your arena team is always the team you gear up first. So you can get higher payout in crystals and be more effective there. It makes a difference when you have that crystal income coming in ships and arena. Trust me, guys, it works. Especially if you're free to play. Getting those teams to where you're getting that crystal income will make a huge difference down the road when you're trying to get these characters to say like Relic and things of that nature, where you're really close. And you're like, I've got 6,000 in the bank. Let me just use 1,400 to get those last round of crowd techs. Take this character to Relic status. But your strategy here is first thing first: arena, gear, Relic, Basila, Malak, Revan. For the speed and stuff for Revan and Basti. Basila's damage goes up significantly when she gets Relic. Malak, when you get him 7 stars, immediately take him to Relic status. This is your arena team. And on top of that, we'll talk about your money plan, but that's what you need to do first. Then go in here and continue farming your Separatists and gearing your Separatists. Get your Separatists to 12. Alright? Don't worry about Relics at the moment. Just get them to 12. You'll need Zetas on B2, B1. Alright, you'll need 2 Zetas for Geo Brood Alpha. Get the Geos squared away too. So let's focus on your Separatists. Once we get Separatists kind of squared away to 12, then we're going to go hit your GR team. That's going to be your next plan of attack. Because you're going to unlock Padme. Your first character you'll have to dick around with is going to be Padme. The good thing is you've got Ahsoka's 7-star, not geared, but at least the farm's done. You have 3PO 7-star, not geared all the way, but that's still good. You've got Kenobi 12, that's really good. I'm thinking gas, so we're going to need Shock T. So once you get done with B1, guess what? You need to start farming Shock T. And you probably need to farm the ETA because he has to be 7 stars, 40,000 GP. So if we can focus on this and get these characters done, getting the Separatists squared away, and then getting Shock T, Ahsoka, 3PO, Kenobi. I would also throw Anakin, Jedi Knight Anakin into this mix because Jedi Knight Anakin is one of the best damage dealers in the game. He is stupid at Relic, especially once you get him like Relic 5 or higher. His damage is ridiculous. Like I fought a Ahsoka clone team with Jedi Knight Anakin, and I couldn't get to him. And he went off for one of his AoEs, wiped out my Basila, and I still won the match, but he hits freaking hard. He can one-shot your team. That's stupid. So, if we're thinking long-term, first plan of attack is the arena team. So you can get the crystals to help speed up your farm. right? You can use those crystals to farm characters, farm gear, things of that nature to get your team sped up. It's a culmination effect. Then Separatists, getting the stars, getting the gear, getting the gear 12. Then once we unlock Padme, getting Padme into this group, getting her geared and added to the team. Make sure you start farming Shock T as soon as possible. And where's your ETA at? I just want to go look at your ships, because you got to have ships, at least 3 of them for the phase. Let's filter this by GR teams. See, where's your ETA? Not even unlocked. You know, so like ships like your Umbaran Starfighter, Ahsoka ship you should be working on out of the GW store. I mean, you should be using your GW currency to be getting these ships. Because if you can't do phase 1, then all this farming you're doing for these other characters and stuff is not going to matter, because you can't even get to the event because you don't have the ships. ETA is going to be your hardest ship to get, but Clone Sergeant, Jedi Counselor, Umbaran, Ahsoka's are all in GW, if I'm not mistaken. So you can get these ships farmed up and get their shards and get them squared away. Rex is a little bit harder because he's ship currency. I want to say Plo Koon. I can't remember where he's at.
Plo Koon, I think, is in Fleet.
He's in Fleet as well.
Fleet
Yeah,
shop,
Fleet
and I think he also has a.
I think he has a hard
node,
node, right, or Fleet node, something, one of those two. So he's a great ship, but you know, you got to think about that as well. So use your GW currency to get these ships. You're going to need them. You're going to need them at 40,000 GP. So think about that as well. You need 3 ships. If you can go in there with Umbaran, Anakin, and Ahsoka, and like one other ship like Plo Koon or Rex to come on off the bench, you can easily get past the phase 1 part of this.
I mean, at his current thing, I think he should focus on Anakin's ship more than anything, because that ship is, out of all the Galactic Republic ships, is the best one.
Well, I think what he can do is finish up B1, right? And then go double it down on getting Ahsoka shards and ETA shards, because the refresh of the ship energy is really, really fast. It's like regular energy.
Yeah.
So you can do, you know, 25 and do a 25 refresh on each. That's 50 crystals a day, right? Maybe use 50 for the energy, so you have enough to do multiple hits, you know, 2 rounds a day of the ETA and then Shock T. So you're getting, because the drop rates on those are just awful. I mean, they are awful. They are
drop rates on on ship nodes are horrendous. I'm trying to farm on them, and it's like
they're not good. They're not good
at all.
Yeah.
When you do 3 or 4 refreshes and only get 1 shard, yeah.
But I mean, characters that you want to then focus on after Arena that you'll need. You already have Grievous. That's a plus, right? That's going to be you're going to be amazed at how easy it is for you to get Padme with that Grievous at Relic. I only had Relic 1 Grievous and wasted the Padme event, so you'll be just fine with your Separatists as you work on them. So gear on Arena, get that squared away, Relic. Then we're going to get just 12 on your GR team and your Separatists, right? Focus on getting them to where they're viable, right? Then the characters that you're going to want to Relic at the minimum. You can do more, but you want to have minimum. And then I'm going to give you one that's outside of that is really, really good. The one I'm talking about is Jedi Knight Anakin. Jedi Knight Anakin is not part of what you need for gas, but the dude is nasty business when he gets Relic. He hits freaking hard. So that may be a character you may want to consider a Relic. So put that on the list. But
I actually ran up against a Padme team with both Anakins in it in my arena.
Well,
and
that's
it
creamy.
Was awful, dude. It was awful.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. But once you get these characters to 12, you got to make sure you get the Zetas on these characters, the key characters, Droideka B1, B2. The Padme team's going to take way more Zetas. You're going to need the Zetas on Shock T's unique. You're going to need both Zetas on Padme. You're going to need Kenobi's Zeta. R2 or C3PO, I think you need not the R2D2 one, the other one at least. You don't need the R2D2 one. I have it, but when do I ever really run C3PO and R2D2 together? It's one of those things. And then Ahsoka, you'll need her Zeta as well. So Zeta focus will be on the Separatists. I would also do the 2 on Geo Brood Alpha. So for the next 6 months, 2 on Geo Brood Alpha, 3 on those 3 droids, and then we'll do the Padme team as well. And who's been giving us bits? Who was that? I can't see. I think it's probably Dr. Gonzo pumping in.
Probably.
Yeah, I can't see right now. So that's kind of where you're at. So let me go through some, and those are and then once you get to the 12 characters, key characters that need to be relicked will be Ahsoka and Kenobi. A fun one outside of that, just for the GR team, is Anakin, but focus on Kenobi and Ahsoka. You'll need that for the gas event. And then on the other side, it's B1 and it's Asajj. You need to keep working on your Asajj Ventress as well. So those characters make a big difference, because what I don't want you to do is suffer like I did 15 hours of doing that event. If those characters are minimally Relic 3, maybe you take another character like Jordica, or on the other side, you take Padme Relic, right? So you have like 3 characters that are Relic. That'll just make it a lot more easier for you to get the gas unlocked. Save your Get 1. After you get Malik, I would save your Get 1 so that when you get General Anakin unlocked, you can immediately take him to as high a star count as you can. You're going to need an additional 68,400 for General Anakin Skywalker. So, if you're chasing legendaries, that's the plan of attack. Marina team, so you can get more crystals, so you can invest in more energy nodes, refreshes, things of that nature. So let's get your Arena team squared away. That'll matriculate down to your working on your Separatists, working on toward your GR team, and that's your plan of attack. So let's go through some of these other questions here. I really don't want you working on anything else. This is what you asked us to look at, so there you go. We answered your question. We answered question 1, question 2, question 3, which dealt with the General Skywalker. Tenacity mods, that was your 4th question. So there's quite a lot of characters that you can put tenacity on. For instance, I know a guy that goes nothing but tenacity on his Malik. Decent speed, lots of protection, tenacity mods, because what it does, it keeps him from getting debuffed and things of that nature, especially at that end part of that battle. If you're going mirror match, just makes it damn near impossible to kill his ass or put any kind of debuffs on him. I've seen that. I see tenacity mods on Nest. People go slower on Nest, but higher tenacity, which is something I'm switching over. I went high damage with her and high speed with some tenacity, but I think I'm going to switch her over just tenacity. Why not, right? You can do that. What's some other characters you would recommend now for tenacity?
Wampa. Well, the 2 biggies are Wampa and Nest, especially if you want to use them for. I mean, I'm thinking in the context of GAC, obviously, because I kind of only think about GAC. But yeah, if you need those extra banners, those are the 2 characters that you want to get tenacity up on.
Yeah.
For sure. And obviously, if your Wampa is kind of weak, you also want to do it on Luke, because obviously his you want him sticking around as long as possible. I'd say Rex as well. You don't want him getting debuffed so that he can get his specials off. Let me see.
Bosk is another good one. With
tenacity.
Yeah,
no, Bosk is another
Speed
one.
Speed 7
yes.
with tenacity is really, really important. You can run tenacity on Kenobi. Tanks.
I actually ran
into
somebody using tenacity on Grandmaster Yoda. I couldn't stick shock or anything on this dude because he was so tenacityed up. So Yoda was passing around all the time.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters, mainly tanks, you can use tenacity on, and they do really, really well. So.
There is one more. I would say that you do need a certain degree, especially during the early stages of an account. If you want to use your Basti, your dark side Basti in GAC, you need tenacity on her, because if she gets ability blocked, she's only good for putting the debuffs on the opposing team. Yeah, so you need at least a little degree.
You can go tenacity with her. Yeah, I just go incredible speed, so I don't.
Yeah, no, I go. But when you're early, when you're just building her up, when you're like rolling through 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars, you still want to be able to use her, especially with the 200 debuff feat that's in GAC. And during the early stages, I just went all speed on her, and she never got her debuffs off. So I ended up throwing her in defense until I could at least put her tenacity to 50% along with her speed. And then, you know, I started using her with Treya and Scion and Nihilus, and you know, one battle and bang, that's it. You've got that 200 feet, and you can easily, and I do mean easily, take a 50,000 undersized Treya team, 50,000 GP up against you know, 70, 80, you know, low 80,000, because the debuffs just stop any team dead in their tracks. Yep. And for GAC, if you know, if you're falling behind and you just need the win, because it ain't going to get you a lot of banners, you just need the you know, the clearance. She's definitely something who until you get them to 7-star in gear 11, you need a little bit of tenacity on her, especially if you're going to use her in GAC.
All right, and they're asking about, so let's talk about right side gear 12 pieces. So you're going to get what you're going to get being top 10 in the Heroic Sith raid, right? The 12 plus, for me, when I attack, I just attack one character at a time. So like for me right now, I'm doing 5s. So what I'm not getting in the raid, because you get random stuff, some goes to other characters. So I'm more methodical with it. I just sit there and go, okay, one piece at a time, what do I need? And I farm that with my energy. Now, it's a little bit harder for you because you are using your energy for characters. So you just have to be patient with it, right? Again, getting arena higher will get you some of those crystals to save. Just keep doing your Heroic Sith. Keep doing Dark Side GOTB. Let the pieces build up. And then don't use them until you're ready to use them for those characters that we mentioned, right? Anything for your arena team that we mentioned, and then eventually those characters on the Separatist and GR team that you're going to need them for. You just got to kind of build them up. You know, you're in that stage where it's hard. See, for me, it's different. I don't have a lot of characters to farm. I mean, I pretty much don't. So a lot of my energy is towards gear. I say the vast majority of my energy is toward gear, right? But you're in a different situation because a lot of your energy is toward characters, which is what it should be. So you just have to let it slowly build up. Do the best you can in Heroic Sith. Do the best you can in GOTB with your guild. Any excess energy that you have left over during the day, normal energy that you didn't use for characters, you can use toward those pieces. Pick a piece at a time and just farm that energy. Some will be ship energy, so those are going to be out. You're just going to have to wait until you get those build up. You got the shard store. That's a great place to get a lot of those pieces that you need. So you can, as you said, you attack one of these characters one at a time. Don't spend your shard currency unless it's a piece you need for that character when you're trying to take them to gear 13. Like for instance, my 5s into the Nubians, I'm not spending my shard store currency on anything but Nubian tech right now, because that's what I need, and I need 13 more pieces to get that left side piece done. And then the right side, I'm just farming energy. I've got the Chirotechs. I just got to finish off the Nubians. Well, I need 14. I'll spend 1,400 crystals, but the main focus is getting the ejector cell salvage. So I need those, and then I need to get these Nubian stupid Mark 7 designer tech. I need 13 more of those. So I use my energy for that. But you just have to pick a character, you know, get your characters at 12, and then from there, the ones that we mentioned to be relic. But you have to do it one at a time. If you try, you know, the pieces will come from the raids. Some you'll get for, like, say, for Basila and not Malik, and vice versa. Just let those build up. Work on a character, stay focused. Like, say you're going to do Basila first, obviously. Anything you get excess that's going toward Malik for when he gets to 13, great. But focus on Basila first. Getting her speed up and her relics is more important than anything. Then you work on Darth Revan. Then you get your relic 7 starred, and then you get him relic. That'll make a huge difference in your arena, helping you with your farm. And then from there, you start working on your characters like your Separatists and your GR to 12. And then when you're ready, like, I'm going to take Kenobi to relic. Then you go all in and you focus on that one at a time. Yeah, Matt Bailey, Nubians are the worst.
Well, one thing's for certain that he's going to end up having to spend energy on is the Cryotechs. Because every single character needs them to go to gear 13.
Yeah, you're going to have to deal with that.
And most of the new characters need it to go from, 9 to 10 or 8 to 9. So you need lots of those.
Not only that, but you're going to be getting Padme and Shock T to 7 stars, and you're going to have to build up their gear. So, yeah, Cryotechs will be one of the main things you'll be spending any energy you get from. They're trying to alleviate that. We get some 3 at a time from the daily rewards. There's some now that are coming in the TW, the Territory Wars and the Territory Battles, as part of the rewards. That'll help a little bit. But it's a slow, methodical thing. But if you're just going to be focusing on those 3 teams, and you're only going to focus on relics in those 3 teams. We'll worry about the rest of your roster later, but these are the big pieces that you need. So to run at your Darth Revan, your GR, your Separatist, that's kind of your priority. Relics, gear, everything. Don't worry about First Order or Imperial Troopers or anything like that. They're off the board right now for you.
Yeah, like to take his current arena team to Gear 13 to get ready for relics, he's going to need, let's see here, about 400 of the Cryotechs.
Yep.
That's a lot.
Because each one takes 100 each. So, minimum for the finisher.
But you just got to build them up slowly over time. And those right side pieces are huge for arena. The extra speed, the extra health, the extra damage. Those pieces are, it's going to take a little time, but just stay focused on it and you'll be fine. Other than that, I want to look at your mods real quick just to see how we are doing with mods. From what I've seen, the modding, you have the right idea about where mods need to go and who they need to be on. Some good mods here. Definitely need to work on modding speed mods and speed secondaries. Lacking in that area. You've got some really good mods. You got a 24 and a 23. Another 23 and 22 with the one on HK and one on Luke. The mods are on the right characters. So we just need to get you some speed mods that are so we can make these speed sets faster, better, and so that'll help you out overall. So you your a lot of characters that eventually will need the speed sets. So just you need to be doing like I am every day, suffering through depression. You need to be saving your credits. Do not buy any mods out of the store that are not gold 5 speed mods that are speed sets. Period. Nothing else. I don't mind if you buy one of those, but if you're going to spend credits on that, then that's the only exception to the rule I'll make. But other than that, you need to be farming the snot out of mods. Pull mods with your first round of energy, slice with the second round. There's a mod guide on our channel that you can look at, explains what needs to be done. You look like you have a pretty good comprehension of what you need to do. So I'm sure you're on that path already. It just takes time. You just have to grind and grind and grind. It's like looking for a diamond in the rough. You have to dig and dig and dig and dig until you find that one diamond. And then you're all excited because you got a great speed mod after hundreds that you had to go through to try to get it. And then guess what? You get to start all over again. Like, all right, I just made a fortune. Let's do it again. So it's not good. So
it's unfortunately it's a never-ending cycle.
It is a very vicious cycle, but the benefits are nobody likes working on mods. It's a painful process, but it's for you to be more successful. And the funner stuff like GOTB and TW and GAC and the Heroic Sith Raid, the stuff makes a difference. So focus heavily on speed mods and speed sets, and I think you'll be good to go. So that's your plan of action. That's your course of action. Arena team, and then those 2 teams of Separatists and GR. That's our whole focus right now. You want to get gas. This is what we're going to have to do to get you gas. Arena better equipped, better get into Relic, and then that'll get you higher in Arena so we can use those crystals to speed up the process that you can use for your characters, and then keep doing high participation in Heroic Sith, TWs, GOTBs. Every little bit that you can get out of there is going to add up. And then don't waste anything time anywhere else. Farm your ETA ship. Make sure you are farming ships out of the GW. We need to get to your Galactic Republic ships up. So all those ships in there every day. You do your GW. Go get the shards for the ships. Just get them done. So I think that's answers pretty much everything. Anything else you want to add, Nev, Ouchie?
I would add something on the mods.
Sure.
I would just to avoid the kind of depression that you suffer from regarding mods. By all means, still go through the whole, farm a bunch of mods and then roll them. But to avoid, tipping over into full-on depression like you do, Ranger, my advice would be get a bunch of them to double digits. So if you get a mod and you roll a 5, and then you slice it and it'll go up to 10. Just stop, because it's a really nice, warm, fuzzy feeling. Put that double-digit mod on a tune,
No, you must keep slicing so you suffer through depression.
No. I have lots and lots of, I've, especially on the Pom-Pom-tastic one, I've got 60 to 70 mods that are just 10 plus. I have yet to return to them, because they're 10s and I like looking at them especially when they're green and they're blue. And I think to myself, one day I will go back and I will roll it.
But if you don't roll it and you don't, a 10 doesn't do anything for you, brother. You got to try to make that roll and see if it gets into the 20s.
Put it this. Oh yeah, no, and I'm not suggesting for a second that you never roll it. But all I'm saying is, I would prefer to have 6 mods at 10 speed on a character than not have 6 mods at 10. If you get one and you keep rolling,
but if it's already hit 10, it's going to still stay 10.
Yeah, but you can get more.
And you can put it on a character. Well, possibly, but I mean,
I've got more. I've got what is it? I have on the Pom-Pom-tastic one, I've got 70 10s, and I think I've only got like just under 10 15s and 2 over 20.
Listen, young man, you need to go slice those goddamn 10 mods.
I know I need to, but I like.
No, you need to stop what you're doing and you need to go slice those 10 mods. My God, you're showing yourself short. Even if it just hits once in the next 3, that's going to be like a 15 to 16 mod, right? That's still a better thing than 10. So listen here, Nav.
Yeah, but I'm trying to build up. I'm trying to build up a large squad for
You've got 70 plus 10 mods.
Yeah, I know.
Nav.
Yes, you see, I wouldn't have.
Do I need to have an intervention for you, my friend?
No. Well, I wouldn't have 70 10 plus mods if I did my mods the way that you do it.
Yeah, I do see where Nev's coming from with this one, because taking one mod all the way up uses a lot of your slicing materials, whereas you could do multiples with the same amount. I see where Nev's
coming but he's at that point where he's at saturation. You have 70 10 mods.
As soon as I've got
how many do you need before you're going to start going back and slicing those to see if they hit 15 to 20 or higher?
Once my entire defense each has 6 10-speed mods on them.
All right. I mean, that's the way to do it. I mean, yes, it is better than Remon. Well, first of all, he's not putting
for the love of God
3 or 4 dot mods everywhere. So that's a plus there. However you want to do it. If you want to do it that way.
Well, let's just put it this way. Riemann doesn't do mods.
No, he doesn't. But, yeah, mod depression's real. However you want to do it. Just focus on speed mods, speed sets, and just whatever plane of action, but you just got to work on pulling the mods and slicing them. Whichever route you want to take in doing that, I don't care, but that's where you need to focus on, because outside of that, these groups, and once we get them done, you're going to need other characters eventually we'll need to work on, like Trail Troopers, First Order. I mean, Bounty Hunter's boss needs tremendous speed to be effective, right? So you need these speed mod sets. But the cool thing is, as you start getting higher speed mods for these speed mod sets, you start matriculating those down, and they start filtering down to the rest of your team, and that'll really help you out. So there you go. All right, so that's your roster review today. If you have any questions, my friend, all you need to do is message me or anybody on the RSG crew, and we'll get you squared away. And if you would like a roster review, all you need to do is, like our good friend AZN here, shout out to your Guild Mojo Mutineers, send your GG page to Finity in our Discord, FINITI. Link is in the description below. Give them yeah, I said that, FINITY.
It sounded like you said ITI.
FINITY. 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 Yeah, it's Finity. But send that, give him a day or two to respond, and then he'll get you in the queue. So 1 to 2 week wait, roughly about 2 weeks. And then when your time comes up, he'll get with you again, pick out a date and time, make sure that what you wrote initially about what you want us to look at is the same, and then we'll go ahead and look at your roster. Now, if you would like to get that bumped up, you can become a Patreon of green status or higher, and I'll pull up our Patreon page right now. Always a fun time. And you can see that we offer all kinds of stuff to our Patreons. On top of that, if you do become a green Patreon or higher, you can get that bumped up. So where instead of waiting 2 weeks, you can be the front of the line instead of the back of the line, and we'll look at your stuff sooner rather than later. We also have other stuff, like with our mini Ross reviews. You get first crack at me looking at your stuff during mini Ross review sessions. You can see here on the page, we just did a mod session with our blue VIPs and higher. So this is all kinds of stuff that we offer our Patreons. So if you'd like to support the channel and get some of the benefits of being a skewer, then all you need to do is join the Patreon. It's a really good deal, and I like it. The other thing too I want to talk about, since we always do this at this time, is talk about our ACS campaign. We're fighting the good fight against cancer. What we are doing is raising money for the ACS. You can see we're 5546 out of 17,500. We are mark the dates on your calendar, folks. December 7th of this year, we will be doing our mega stream 2-day event. Basically, I'm going to be streaming until we get this. Finn's going to probably take a little break, but he's going to be, the first day will be on YouTube. I'm going to go as long as it takes. And then the next day, Finn's going to be doing a mega stream on Twitch. And we're going to try to get this money knocked out. So we don't have to think about it, and we can let the ACS folks know that we did it. There's all kinds of stuff we're adding for goals. We've got cool stuff that you guys can get, like the wristbands that you get. They're $15. Show your support as we fight the fight against childhood cancer. We recently went to the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, where we hung out with the kids and played Battlefront with them and had a good time. And this is all leading up to us visiting Disney World once again. We will do the 5K run and the half marathon. So that'll be cool. One thing that was asked of me, and I'm going to put this together, and I'll start this next week, is I'm going to start listing my workout plan. So every morning I'm going to get up. I've been doing some of my workouts in the afternoon, but I'm going to get up super early in the morning, go do my workout, and then I'm going to have a section in the lunch stream where it's going to show what Ranger did to work out, so you guys can follow the plan and get out there and be active and stuff. So you guys will see what I do every morning. Each day. One day I'll be heavily into like weightlifting, things of that nature, and then a little bit of a sprint run session, and then the next day will be like a 3 to 5 mile walk and stuff. I've been taking it easy and stuff, and just walking and running. I haven't gone too heavy into anything, so we're going to start that Monday of next week. And I will list out like everything that I did. So we'll have a list of what you can do, and you can follow along and do the workout plan with Ranger. So a lot of people ask me to do that, so there you go. All right. I think that covers everything. Let me flip over here. Transition. Let's see here. Turn the game back on. And then, last but not least, Ranger J 1999 modding services, great gift for the holidays. If you are struggling with mods, your inventory is overloaded, and you don't know what to do, and you need help, message me, Ranger J 1999. I will get your inventory squared away. I will get your characters squared away with the best mods you have. Come up with the game plan. Talk to you about your teams. $20, you get a video call with me on Zoom. We get to hang out. People really love it. I'm doing a couple tomorrow. So if you need help, let me know, and we'll get you taken care of. Ranger J 1999 Mod Services. Think about it. There you go. All right, I did all that. Now it's time for questions. Nev,
we need to come up with a jingle for that, Ranger. For your modding services.
Sure. That's all I need to do is work on a damn jingle for my modding service. All right, man, a lot of questions today, so this will be fun. Okay, let me take this down. Let me get the game back up. Well, what's the event for today? I didn't even look. Let me look here real quick for what the
Military Might.
Is it Military Might Day? Oh. All right, we'll do the battle here. Let's see what can I run.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. I put Rex and 5s on the team. I don't know why, but okay, we'll go with CLS, 3PO. I don't want 3PO in there. Let's put Han Solo in there. So we'll go CLS, Han, Chewbacca, Rex and 5s. Why not? Jesus. Oh, so we'll get that started, and let's do some of these questions. Revenator question, how is jolly old Mr. Mike Hunt from across the pond doing? I don't think I'm alone when I'm saying I miss hearing about Mike Hunt, York Hunt, Sweary Daughter, and Dancing Daughter. He's been dealing with family stuff. I haven't talked to him in a bit. I probably need to reach out to him and see what's up. I don't even know if he's still playing the game. Do you know anything, Nev? I haven't talked to Mike in a while.
No. I've not exchanged any messages or communicated with Mike probably since the last time we did when we were on the show together.
Oh man, I mean, I know he's been really busy, been dealing with stuff. So I mean, life happens, and he's probably taking a step back and dealing with things. So
well, maybe the kids moved out and he's taking advantage of the house being empty.
I mean, I don't blame him.
I don't know.
Yeah. Steve Nichols' question: do you think any new content will come for non-endgame players? Seems like all of it is aimed at only high-end level guilds and players. My GP is 4.48.
It would be nice if they would bring some more content out for the newer players.
Yeah, it's a tough balancing act. That's a tough thing because, you have to have stuff for the endgame players, but then the only thing you're really doing is giving stuff for new players to work towards to get. I mean, I'm sure they could. I don't know if they have any plans for it, but
I don't think it's necessary.
Okay, go ahead, Nev. What do you think?
I'm always doing. My content is primarily based around new accounts and early accounts, and there is always something to do or something to work to. You've got 1,000,001 different events, and obviously, they kind of spread them out over the year. A couple of this event every month, a couple of this event every month, but there's always an event that you'll click onto the events tab, and there's always events that you can't do that you then need to build your way to.
Sure.
Or those are events that you can do, but you can only do like the hard or the, for example, I've just clicked on military might, and I can do tier 1, tier 2, the bonus tier, but I still can't do the mythic tier. So that there's something for me to do on the Pom-Pom-tastic account, even though. Let me just open it up and see what I need. You know what? I'll probably be able to do it this time because I've now got a Gear 12 Chewbacca. But, so I've got a CLS, so I should be able to do that on Mythic now. In fact, I've got it right up in front of me now. I might just do it but yes. So, so from a perspective of someone that just plays around with the early game content, I would say that there's enough for us to do on a daily basis. You do get these purple patches, but when you're early game, you're concentrating more on farming for those legendary characters and farming for the characters that you need in order to maximize out on events. Like I think the big one early game wise is the credit heist. Trying to get to that last tier as soon as possible so that you can get as many credits as possible. That's always a big one. So
what's a credit heist?
Yeah, I know. That's a very, very good question, actually. What is a credit heist? They used to be like every 7 to 10 days, but they just get wider and wider and wider. What are you going to do, Hank?
Yeah.
But no, the events are absolute for early game content are brilliant because it's all around building up whatever you can in order to get ready for certain events, and especially the guild events. Trying to claw your way up the leaderboard when you're doing those earlier guilds. So if you're an early account, every time a heroic tank raid comes out, you're kind of like there monitoring it, waiting for phase 2 and phase 4 to kick in because it's easy to get points, so that because you need that gear as an early account. So I would say that events and content for the early game account is it's all right. I think if they threw too much in there, it could be quite overwhelming for not so much someone who is early game from an alt account point of view, because we know what to expect. So if you've been playing the game for years and you've just got an alt account that is early game, then yeah, you might be asking for more content because you've done it all before and it's kind of old hat. But if you're actually a new player with an early account, there's a lot to do, and creating more content for the early game could, and I suspect would be, a little bit overwhelming for someone who's only been playing this game for maybe 6 to 12 months.
All right. We already answered Finn's question. Nobunaga question: what is the lowest secondary speed that you will slice from gold to 6E? 19.
19, yeah.
because then it goes to 20. I save my materials for that. I've done some 18s in the past, but I'm off that. I'm off that now. It's definitely 19.
I've rage sliced some 15s.
Can't do that.
I've rage sliced some 15s.
I mean, if you want to buff up some pilots that don't come into your, play game for arena or anything, but you want them for fleet, you might make a little allowance to 6E some not quite.
That material's so hard to get, so.
But it is. I mean, I've got it overflowing now because you 6E too much, maybe.
Well, I've got plenty of it, but I'm still saving it for for those big mods that I'm looking for. What else? Any 3 questions? Why no GAC and only TW this week? Do you think? Well, when's GAC coming back? The 7th? No, next week, right?
I think it's next week.
Yeah, next week. So, yeah,
it's going to be different. Aren't they going to have the ship thing in it when they bring it in?
The ships in every phase, and the feats are geared more towards First Order.
Right. So we'll have that. So we'll see. Neil Venom question: if Finn doesn't behave, can we force feed him a pork mac? Sure, I'm down with that. I'm not going to stop you guys from doing that. That works for me. Bill Sam question: why is there 2 theories in regards to modding boss? One paradigm is mod with speed, and the other is tenacity, which is better. No, there is no paradigm when it comes to this.
Well,
there's no
if
paradigm.
He's the lead, you can go tenacity. If he's under if he's under a Django lead, you want speed.
I still don't buy into the whole tenacity thing, because if I see a slow boss with tenacity, I've showed it over and over again in GAC. Guess what happens? I trooper the snot out of them. Like, oh, I get to go first. Well, thank you. And I kill all the other bounty hunters, and there's boss with all that great tenacity, slow as molasses, getting destroyed. So the ideal team is the ideal modding on boss, and is to get him under Django lead is with the tenacity set and speed, right? Because you need the second Zeta on him. When you get that done, he is a nightmare, and that team is a nightmare. Yes, it can be countered, but everybody thinks can be countered on defense, but it makes it a hell of a lot harder, and you have to use an upper echelon team to use it. If you go slower boss and go tenacity, you're going to get crushed. I mean, JTR and the bond, and just to give you an example, JTR and the troopers are teams you want to get them to not be able to use. So if you have a really fast boss with a little bit of tenacity, right, that doesn't hurt, and then you've got your other bounty hunters sitting there, they go first, they will wreck those teams because of just the nature of what they do. I mean, Ray's ability doesn't work because you cannot remove that taunt. So they're going off, and the next thing you know, your JTR team's been destroyed, and you're like, what happened? Now, CLS, no matter what you do with Bosk, is going to crush that team. Treya, no matter what you do, if you use Treya, it's going to crush that team. It's just the way it is, right? But I'd rather them use their CLS on my bounty hunters. They're not going to get a perfect score, and use that on my frontline team and my bounty hunters with boss being that fast. It works. And that's why my backline team always holds so well, is because they've had to use 4 really incredible teams up front, and then they get to my backline. Oh, there's Grievous. Oh, there's the Geos, Relic. Oh, look. It's just like, that's when they go, oh, that sucks. So I'd rather that be the case in the scenario than anything. And you gotta think, you're modding and your team makeup forces people to make tough calls on the teams, even if they went all offense. Because I faced teams that I had no problem clearing, they couldn't clear me because of those scenarios. So for me, fast boss with some tenacity is still the way to go, and make sure you have the second Zeta. There's no debate for me on that. So
I just got 2 Zetas and 2 Omegas.
Did you really? Nice.
Yeah, I finally completed that. I didn't 3-star it, but I finally completed the mythic tier of military might.
Wow.
Special thanks to CLS, Han, and Chewie, because I've been going to town on those guys for quite some time now. So,
huzzah!
Huzzah! Yes. I must admit that was really, really nice. Not that I needed them, because I think I've got over 100 Zetas anyway.
Nice.
In fact, I know I've got over 100 Zetas anyway. I'm working on the Pom-Pom-tastic account. I'm working towards Darth Revan now. So I've got everything necessary. So I've got the 3 that I'm going to need to put on him, the 1 for HK, the 1 for Bastilla.
Dr. Gonzo just subscribed over to Twitch, and we're getting the pickle stuff with Finn. There goes the song with Finn. Thank you for the 4-month stuff on Twitch. I started hearing the song from Finn. I'm like, oh, someone just subscribed on Twitch. But thank you, Dr. Gonzo. Very much appreciated.
I gotta go. Bye.
You gotta go, Ouchie. Bye, Ouchie.
See you, Ouchie.
Thanks for having me. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Well, I know that Calter, that CLS, Honshu, R2, and C3, but I'm just mixing it up because I use that all the time. So, all right, more questions. Well, we got a lot more questions here, so give me a second. I have to put on auto. I was like, why are my team characters attacking? Let's see here. DP says, Danelle Papayas, what should I have for dinner? Pizza from the freezer or cannelloni? Go with cannelloni.
Make fresh. Yeah, make fresh.
There you go, cannelloni. Matthew 1908 question, is GBA mandatory to have the Tammy special skill against the Acolyte, or is it attached to the leader of the team? As far as I know, I mean, I've been doing the special missions. I think it's just the leader. I think they've designed it so you can use any character. So I think it's just the leader that'll get that for the taming of the Acolyte. But we still have to wait and see on that. But I'm pretty sure that's how it's going to work. Cola's Gay says, question, just picked up Malik. Would you recommend putting on protection or speed mods? Thank you. Protection. When you just get Malik, it's so much about his survivability. It's all about protection. If you got good 5A mods with speed and protection, that's great. You can go speed set, but this is all about the protection. You got to kind of run Sith Trooper or another tank with there because he's a little squishy. He can be taken out. So I kind of want to protect him, get as much protection on him as possible. But then once you get him to 12 and start taking him gear 12 and higher, then you can switch that a little bit and go way more speed with protection because his speed and his health and protection goes exponentially. Steve Nicholson question, how's McVenom? McVenom is doing fine. She should be back soon, we're hoping. She's still dealing with some stuff, but we miss her and we hope to have her back soon. So Proper Catch says, question, what is a plonker? I don't think we really want to go into that here, do we?
No, there's a PG explanation.
Okay, give me the PG. Give me the PG explanation.
The PG explanation is someone who does or says something idiotic without realizing they've done something stupid or idiotic.
Okay, so that's the nice way of putting it. What else in the 3 question? Where's Mike when we need an English translator? Well, he's dealing with dancing or swearing. Fourth Akagi question for Nav. No, I'm not answering that stupid question. God, he asks it all the time. Who from the RSG crew would you go pork hunting with, and why? Which Star Wars? Hold on, there's more. There's more. There's more.
Oh, okay.
Which Star Wars based weapons would you use? And you can choose from more than one RSG crew member.
Well, I would pick you, Ranger, because we're ex-military, right. And I know you can fire a weapon, so I would choose you. And we'd probably go for bowcasters because I'd like to be able to eat by the end of the day. So sure. There you go.
He wouldn't like going hunting with me because I just blow away the planet with the Death Star.
Yes.
Kill them all.
Just quick one for I just saw what Slabs Meathead put in. I watched tons of British comedy and never heard that word before. If you've watched, you haven't watched Only Fools and Horses, mate. Watch Only Fools and Horses because Del Boy refers to Rodney as a plonker all the time.
Yeah, other than Monty
in there
Python and a few other things.
Beer Fest.
I've watched
Beer
some
Fest.
British comedy, but I really like the detective shows that come out of dramas that come out of England. They're really good. I'm trying to think.
Oh, what, like Bergerac and Morse?
What's his name?
Morse.
The guy
Broadchurch. And
Broadchurch. The one with Idris Elba is really good.
Oh yeah, no, there are.
There was one that did nothing but with dealing with what was it called?
oh, Luther.
Luther's the Idris Elba one, yeah.
Yeah.
But there,
Idris
the Sherlock
Elba is, like,
Holmes was really good. The remake. There's one that deals with in what was it called? I'm trying to think. Hinterland. That was really, really good. Dealing with the Welsh. I was learning a lot about Welsh culture. I was like, oh, really? It was really good. Really, really, really good stuff. So I kind of like watching those. I watch those whenever I get a chance. I've even watched some older stuff that Bromwell, and there's some other stuff. It's just really, really good stuff. I've enjoyed watching some of that. So.
The 80s and the 90s was a really awesome period for British comedy. Only Fools and Horses, the Piglet Files, just anything with David Jason in, really. You had the two Ronnies, you had the Young Ones, you had it's a shame. I mean, if you want to watch something British comedy that is really, really good, that's like up to date, I would recommend Man Down. It's on Netflix. It's absolutely hilarious. It's very, very British in its humor. Season 1 did have Rick Mayall in it, and he's absolutely hilarious. But obviously, he passed away at the end of season 1, so he's not in any of the seasons afterwards. But it's absolutely hilarious. So if you want to watch something that's more up to date, British comedy wise, on Netflix, check out Man Down. It'll have you in stitches.
All right. And then he asks who I go rancor hunting with. All right, Revenant. He's going to clear me and him are going rancor hunting with bowcasters.
I'm always going to go hunting with Ranger because we're both ex-military, and like I said, I want to be able to eat at the end of the day.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get eaten. Finn would get them eaten. And lost, and among other things. Particle question: Are either of the Zetas and Shakti still worth it? If so, which would you prioritize? Her unique, absolutely unique. You don't really need her leader anymore. I think Rex is a better leader, and then we have Gas now, so you don't really need her leader. It's still really good, but I mean, priority wise, her unique still is pretty damn good. I did her unique, and I highly recommend it. All right, let's see what we got out of the Send Raid rewards from the pit. All right, I got some stuff here. Not great. Okay, I guess. Fourth Akagi question for Ranger. I remodded my first order officer. I took him to 292. I could take him to 295, but I would be giving up potency for protection. Is it worth a trade, or is the potency? The potency is 292 is fine. Don't. I'd leave it at that. Zombie 7469 Tejas question. I have sliced tons of mods with speed secondary speed, but I haven't done much with speed arrows. Most of the ones I have are purple or under. Should I start hitting them? Yeah, that 2 extra speed at the end makes a difference. Absolutely. Especially when you start getting to the nitty gritty. But yeah, especially for your raid team, your top teams, at least get those arrows to 60 if they're gear 12 tunes and stuff. That speed adds up. 2 speed can make a big difference in a match. Trust me.
I would still prioritize the decent secondaries. I mean, if
look at the mod secondaries, but yeah,
look at the mod secondaries, because if you've got 30 speed arrows and they've all got 30, as you just said, that
look for something that's hit 4 and the other stuff, right?
Yeah,
like
look for
crit
something
chance
that's hit 4
or protection, something like that. Like I have one that's 32 speed with like 6% like crit chance. You damn right that's that's going to 60. And I took it too. Let's see here. For the Kagi question, I'm running out of places to put Omegas. Do you think that CG would ever introduce a way to trade in purple and Omega mats for Zeta mats? Nope. Forget about that dream, buddy. Zombie 7469 question. I don't have Darth Malik. What is my best option for a 5th for my Darth Revan team? I just can't keep running Jedi Revan teams. I'm sick of it. So Crew is a really good tank on that team. I've seen a lot of people use Crew. You can go Sith Trooper with Malik and have a fast Malik. I've seen them run Darth Revan Basti, fast Thrawn. I'm sorry, Thrawn, not Malik.
Yeah,
the other one is
I did Thrawn. Yeah.
The other one is a fast Grandmaster Yoda. You go all the speed on Grandmaster Yoda, and then you go Darth Revan, Bastila, HK, Sith Trooper. Your Yoda goes first, and it basically neutralizes the other Darth Revan. That's a team that I've seen used predominantly until people got Malik. And I even see it still now with Malik. So they just got rid of Sith Trooper, put Malik on there, but it's a weak Malik, so they still run that Yoda on that team. So it gives you a couple of options there. Scorp 30 question Ranger Rose Taco report gear 11 and she's done. LOL. Well, I'll get mine at 7 stars and she's going to stay at gear 6 for me. But congratulations, I guess. I'll offer 7 stars just in case they pull some shenanigans now, but I'm not putting gear on. I refuse. Nathaniel Morgan question: who do I blame for the new game crashing during TB? Finn. I think we're all in agreement. Yeah, Finn. Yeah.
Finn, yeah.
Yeah, he sucks. Nathaniel Morgan question: how many crystals in Get 2 will we receive after the Accolade mission is bugged tomorrow? Oh God! Just going right there, Nathaniel Morgan. Not even a little foreplay. Just right to the damn. Oh God! Probably a lot because that's going to be good. RSG Vormax question: new players should focus on Geos or Phoenix? Ooh.
Well,
that's a great.
It's
thought.
a good question. It is a good question.
I like to say.
I
gotta say Phoenix still. Yeah,
No.
Thrawn is.
I've got
and Palpatine and part Grandmaster Yoda. Oh.
You should be farming, but here's the thing. And it's kind of important. You need to do them both. I started in a new shard. I'm 42 days into a new shard. And most people have gone for Phoenix, but to be perfectly honest with you, what most people are doing is they're putting the Nuke Gunray lead in their arena.
Sure.
They're using Spy, they're using Soldier, and they're using Sunfac, and then they're using Dooku. Now, that is early stage wise, levels 50 through to early 70s, they are an absolute nightmare to beat. It's 100% RNG dependent. If the Spy stays stealth, you're screwed. You're going to lose. You can't beat them. It's as simple as that. But the Phoenix, you can beat them, but they end up being more of a timeout team. So everybody that I know that's in this new shard has been farming for Phoenix in preparation for Thrawn and Palpatine, because Thrawn and Palpatine will be coming back
really
in December.
Good still. They're really good. Those are two really good characters. Now, if you want to make your first dark side team Geos, I got no problem with that either. For thinking about getting Padme and stuff, that works for me as well. I mean, if you went Phoenix and Geos as your first two teams, it's not a bad way to go. It's really not. I mean, Geos are such a good team, and that'll help you tremendously for getting Padme.
Not to mention for your ships.
You got ships with
when
both
you hit
teams.
65.
Yep. You get ships on both sides. I really like the Geos as your first dark side team. I could easily see that, and then you can do like a couple of Vampire teams to start getting R2, but then after that, I mean, first two teams there, and I still think you go Old Republic. Start working on the Revens. And then,
we've got two Revens in my arena shard.
Yeah,
it doesn't.
Yeah, we did a roster review. I looked at the guy. I was doing mini roster reviews, and the guy said, "Can you look at my buddy's account?" He says 900,000 at the time. He had both Revens. I was like, Jesus. Oh my God.
Well, I mean, there's two guys. I mean, they're around the 200,000 to 300,000 mark, and they both. There's two guys in the shard chat that have both got Revan.
Yeah, they know they know the deal. So
they hoarded correctly.
Yes, that's how you do it. So, all right. Any other questions? Oh, there are some stupid questions here. Let's see if I'm going to read them or not. Okay, let me just see here. No Revenator. No Revenator. And then Infinity question. Infinity. No. Not going to answer that. I'm not even going to ask that question either. That's just, you're both bad men, and I'm not going to give you the courtesy of reading your ridiculous questions. So, That's what happens when you have all the power now. You can choose what you want to read and what you don't want to read.
Yeah, you have the power to choose.
Yeah, and especially when you're dealing with the evilness of the evil nation of Fininatus and Revenatus. So you have to be Revenator. Oh, you always catch my questions. That's not true. I've read quite a few of your questions today, Revenator. You were the first question I read, fool. I always skip my questions, even though he was the first one I did today. All right. So I think that does it for us today. Nev, what do you got going on, buddy? You got your channel going? You stream a lot? What do you got going on?
Oh well, I mean, this month we've got I've got 3 events to do. I've got the Thrawn event on the new account, I've got the GMY on the new account, and I've got the Emperor Palpatine on the new account. So that's going to be a lot of fun, trying to get those characters unlocked at 5 stars with basically mid to low level 70 account. So it's going to be interesting to see just how low an account can unlock those legendaries at 5 stars. Obviously we've got GAC this month, really looking forward to that on the Pom-Pom-tastic, and obviously I've got my co-hosting duties on the Escape Pod cast.
Don't forget the pause. It's very important, folks.
Oh yes, you've got to remember the pause. It's the Escape Pod cast, and I'll be doing that every single week with Paul. We had an absolutely awesome one last week with Sean Baptiste, Bethesda influencer manager. So that was a really, really good one last week. I'm not sure what we're doing this week. It'll probably be a bit of a surprise, but we will see for sure.
All right, and you can check that out. What time on Fridays do you guys do that?
We do that at 6:30 Central, and everybody should come and join in.
You should join in. It's fantastic. I love when my lightning doesn't land. That's so stupid. God. I just did everything. Yes. Oh, I had corrected battle mutation. Well, that sucks. All right. And with that, we're going to call this one done. Make sure you give us a thumbs up, subscribe. Get ready tonight. We'll be back at 7 p.m. with our VIPs in the pre-stream. And then we will then get leading up to our big Wednesday night stream, the longest running live stream in the community. We'll have our good friend Mandalore from Maul hanging out with us tonight. So that'll be fun. So make sure you check that out. Check out Nev's channel. Check out all these other great content producers and content creators. And with that, we're going to call this one done. So on behalf of myself and the crew, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. We really appreciate it. Be safe. Join our Discord. And with that, we will holler at you guys later. Peace out.
Toodles.